Welcome back to Fact or Fiction. Again, I'm your host, Getit Duke, alongside my co-host.
You already know, baby, D. Carp, we back.
Hey, we got a special guest in the building for y'all, man. My boy, longtime friend, longtime hooper, Terrance Thomas is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Let them know a little bit about yourself. I know everybody don't know you, man. You've been doing a lot of good things in the community, on and off the court, man. Let them know what you got going on.
Yes, sir.
I'm just trying to give back as much as I can. I'm born and raised in Waco.
Man.
I went to high school in Dallas.
Yes, sir.
Went to a junior college in East Texas. Came back home to Baylor.
Yep.
Some love, try to be a hometown kid. Played 13 years pro ball.
Man, that's a blessing.
Can't say that, bro.
That is a blessing.
Overseas, D-League. The main ultimate goal as hoopers, is just trying to make it to the NBA.
Of course.
And so I just want to set that bar for a lot of people that's coming under me. So it was a blessing to be able to do that, represent for the city.
Man, yes, sir, yes, sir. Before we hop into these NBA finals, man, is there anything that you would say to all the youth upcoming right now who thinking they can make it in any sport, in anything big, even if it's not a sport, man? Any motivation you could give them?
First and foremost, just keep God first and foremost.
Ah, man, amen.
First, no matter through your mistakes, all the choices you made.
Yes, sir.
Just always keep Him first. Always just strive to be the greatest. And no matter what you do, just strive to be the greatest. And my motto was, I wasn't fast, I couldn't jump high, but I worked my butt out.
Yes, sir. Hard work.
I just worked hard. So hard work pays off.
Absolutely.
Give it your all.
That's good, man. Somebody around the world needed to hear that, man. And I appreciate you for being here, and I appreciate you for saying that. But I hate to put you on the hot seat now. It's time to jump into these finals, baby. We threw 3 games, huh?
3 games.
3 games, baby. The Raptors are up 2-1. 2-1.
Getting led by Kawhi Leonard.
Getting led by, of course, Kawhi Leonard and castmates, especially Game 3, because they all stepped up. They all had 106 points. The starting 5 from Toronto had 106 points. Keep in mind, Golden State altogether had 109 points. So the starting 5 almost beat them by themselves. So, but through 3 games, what do you feel is the biggest factor, in whichever team that's going to win the finals? What do you think will be the biggest factor?
I think with Toronto, they play team basketball.
Man.
Both teams play team basketball, but with Toronto, for Kawhi Leonard to be so great as he is, he a willing passer.
Man,
so
amen.
Him, he want to come off the ball.
He do.
So he find the teammates. And that just come back to when he was playing with the Spurs.
Oh, yeah.
So, that just rubbing off on him.
Yeah.
One thing I like that Kawhi says a lot in his interviews, because they question him about being the best player. He always say it's not about being the best player. He just want to be the best team. So he's team-oriented before anything else. And when you got that and you're a leader, that'll take you forward.
Oh, yeah.
So.
It's always about winning the trophy. If you striving to be the best player, then I'm not sure you in it for the right reason. Of course, you want to be the best version of you, and you want to lead your team, to get a trophy. And I think Kawhi is a great example of a guy that's being humble. He's not showboating. He's not cocky. He goes out there, gets his job done. He don't talk trash. He don't even say nothing. As y'all can see in his interviews, he barely talks, man. And that's just, it's greatness at its finest, man.
One thing I want to ask you, T. Thomas, is who do you have winning these finals, and who do you have winning the finals MVP?
Of course, I got the Raptors.
Okay.
And this is without KD or with KD?
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
I like the Raptors.
Yeah.
I like how they play basketball. And of course, the MVP gonna be the clock.
Kawhi.
I like it.
One thing I can vouch for the Raptors, man, they get stops. Yeah. Not only do they get stops, they get that ball and go score.
Absolutely.
They get so many fast break points, man, get buckets in transition. It amazes me as I watch this. They get stops and then immediately get down the floor. And it's just so good to see that happening. Of course, I'm a Warriors fan, but I appreciate the game of basketball when it's played like that, man. That's good.
All around, them boys are good, starters and from the bench. One thing I did like that I saw last game from the Raptors, which was a big game, Game 3. After they won, you didn't really see too much celebrating. Everybody just back to the locker room, getting their mindset for Game 4. So, you know what I'm saying? They don't sit there and just celebrate like most teams do, but it's obvious that they want to celebrate once they finish the job. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Another thing I want to ask you, man, because a lot of the youth in this era, they pride themselves on offense. Why is it so important for teams to have good defenders, or just for teams to play good defense, period, man?
See, I was the same way, just keeping it real. I was always taught, you got to put this orange thing inside the orange thing with the white net.
Of course.
As y'all been watching basketball, and you got to get stops.
Man.
You know you can get some stops and get them key stops.
Yes.
You're going to win games. And that's what it's about. They sitting down. And it's some guys, you know, in the youth from the area of Waco that it's some dogs. We got some dogs that are willing to sit down.
Yeah, we do.
And, one of the guys that I always just give my credit to is Kendrick Williams.
Man.
I don't give him enough credit. Man, he a dog on that defensive end.
Yes, he is.
A long time.
Man, just for defense, that's how much defense is relevant. Like, if you can play good sit-down defense, you can have a spot in the league, period. But not only can he play defense, he can also score that ball. So he really got both sides of it, and that's pretty good for him, man. I'm happy for him, man. That's good.
Waco's very own. Another question I want to ask you about, as you seen obviously last night, the referees.
Oh my, that's
How do you
good.
feel about the referees, and how much of a factor do they play in these finals, these next 3 games? Or we don't know. It could be
3 or 4. Yeah.
Absolutely. So,
I'm glad I ain't in the league, so them referees, man, they be making some questionable calls.
Oh my goodness.
It was obvious Kyle Lowry got pushed by a fan. So, I mean,
he got hit in the head.
Reacted by hitting him or retaliating like that.
Yep.
He would have been found a kick in the league. So it's just one of them things to where the refs, he act like he ain't see it.
He was point blank right there.
So, I mean, the refs, they go back to when one of the refs say he betted on the game.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
The whole league for that. So you know it's something going on.
Yeah, it's a shame to see it in these sports, and it's really a shame that everybody across the world got to see this on TV. That a professional player can hustle, try to save a ball, end up in the stands, and a fan takes a blow at him. Don't matter what kind of blow it was, push, shove in the face. He's a professional player. They should always be protected. Like, I feel like there should be some more sideline security or something that protects these players, because if he got out of character and swung on them, then it would have been his fault. They would have said he should have stayed professional. He the one getting the millions. But keep in mind, he's still a human being.
Absolutely.
Everybody got emotions. Everybody got feelings, man. So I just feel like the refs, they got to – I know them 3 or 4 refs that was in Game 3, they can't get another finals game. They cannot get another finals game. I saw so many carries, man, it was so many bad calls that game, so many calls that wasn't called. I don't know. That's just my opinion, of course, but it wasn't, from where I seen, it wasn't good.
Absolutely.
Wasn't good.
Any more questions for him?
No, not about the finals. We pretty much got that. Of course, I thought the Warriors, and I still think the Warriors will win in 6, which means they got to win the next 3. I don't know what your prediction was.
Warriors in 6, but it's just, without KD and Klay, it's going to be very tough.
It is going to be tough.
I'm not sure if KD will be able to return with a calf. They say it's a calf injury. It may be an Achilles.
Man, it looked very much like an Achilles injury.
Absolutely. And then with Klay Thompson with the hamstring injury, I don't know if he'll be able to come back, but if he do, that'll be a very hard task for him to complete. You know,
yeah.
He can play the same way as he's been playing for all these playoffs that he's been playing.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see, but I'm going to pick Warriors in 6. I'm going to stick with it. I ain't going to change it. But if the Toronto Raptors win, then 2 claps for them. Like, They deserve it. Of any team, they deserve it.
Yeah, it's not even, of course, I made my picks. Everybody was healthy. It's not even, it's nothing I have to think about to know if KD and Klay don't come back, that the Raptors probably going to win the NBA Finals. So, I mean, it really just depends on injuries, and I still feel like if they come back, they ain't going to be 100, so it's still going to be tough out there, man. So, either way it go, I won't be surprised, man. It was pretty good.